Hello everyone, this is Amina. So today I'm going to discuss the refrigerator and entropy change with session 24. Now, so let's have a recap on the introduction. Previously, what we have studied is definition of the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So what does the zeroth law of thermodynamics states that if two bodies A and B are in equilibrium, the third body must also be in thermal equilibrium. The next we have seen the second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics stated how much amount of heat is and converted into the amount of work done. Then we have seen heat engine. So heat engine is a device used to convert a mechanical energy into heat energy into mechanical energy. Then we have seen the efficiency of the heat engine, then Carnot cycle, then refrigerators. So we have seen the definition for the zeroth law of thermodynamics, enthalpy changes, give free energy, thermodynamic state variables, heat and forms of energy. So the learning objectives for the today's session is how the Carnot cycle functions and to understand the heat engines and to describe what information the entropy changes in heat engine takes place. The session outcome of this study gives the information about the heat engine, Carnot cycle and change in entropy. The main question also going to address is that what are the limitations imposed by thermodynamics on the performance of heat engines. Now the second law of thermodynamics, we observe that the heat always flows spontaneously from a warmer object to a cooler one, although the opposite would not violate the conservation of energy. This direction of heat flow is one of the ways of expressing the second law of thermodynamics. Now, second law of thermodynamics, let us have the example when objects of different temperatures are brought into the thermal contact, the spontaneous flow of heat that results is always from the high temperature object to the lower temperature object. Spontaneous heat flow never proceeds in the reverse direction. Now, what is a heat engine? Heat engine, any device that is capable of converting thermal energy into mechanical energy. So let's consider an important class of such devices which operation is cyclic. So heating, the transfer of energy to a system by thermal contact with a reservoir, then work, the transfer of energy to a system by changing the external parameters such as volume and etc. So difference between the heating and the work. So transferring purely mechanical energy to or from a system does not necessarily change its entropy. That is delta S is equal to 0 for reversible process. For this reason, all forms of work are thermodynamically equivalent to each other. They are freely convertible into each other and in particular into mechanical work. So work can be completely converted into heat, but the inverse is not true. The transfer of energy by heating is accompanied with the entropy transfer. Thus, entropy enters the system with the heating but does not leave the system with the work. Now, what is a heat engine? It is a device that converts heat into work. A classical example is that steam engine. Fuel heats the water, the vapor expands and does work against the piston. The vapor condenses back into water again and the cycle repeats. So this is the working substance. We have the consist of heat engine, cold reservoir and the hot reservoir. So all heat engines have working substance at high temperature reservoir, low temperature reservoir and the cyclical engine. Now the efficiency of heat engine. It is most important to calculate the efficiency of the heat engine. So assumption is that let us assume delta U is equal to 0 for each cycle, else the engine would get hotter or colder with every cycle. Now an amount of heat QH is supplied from the hot reservoir to the engine during the each cycle. Of that heat, some appears as work and the rest is given off as waste heat to the cold reservoir. So that's why we have the equation W is equal to QH minus QC. Now the efficiency is the fraction of the heat supplied to the heat engine that appears as work. Therefore, small e is equal to W divided by W divided by QH. The efficiency of a heat engine. You can take efficiency of heat engines as well as W divided by Q2 minus Q1 or Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q2 or 1 minus Q2 divided by Q1. But here we have assumed the synonyms are W divided by Q of H, hot reservoir and the cold reservoir, QH minus QC divided by QH is equal to 1 or 1 minus QC divided by QH. In order for the engine to run, there must be a temperature difference, otherwise heat will not transfer. Now the maximum efficiency heat engine is described in Carnot's theorem. If an engine operating between two constant temperature reservoirs is to have maximum efficiency, it must be an engine in which all processes are reversible. In addition, all reversible engines operating between the same two temperatures have the same efficiency. This is an idealization. No real engine can be perfectly reversible. Now the efficiency of the Carnot cycle is that. So the efficiency of the Carnot cycle is, we have from the graph, we can see a graph is drawn pressure versus volume. Now as the volume is increases, the pressure decreases. So now we can see from the stage, we have the stages 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1 to 2, the stage, the isothermal expansion of the gas is taking place, whereas 2 to 3 isentropic expansion is taking place. From 3 to 4 isothermal compression is taking place. Then we have 4 to 1 isentropic compression T2H. Now efficiency of a Carnot cycle for an ideal gas is E maximum is equal to, that is efficiency E maximum is equal to 1 divided minus Tc divided by Ts. Now we have one more diagram, entropy contained in a gas, and we have taken work done in the area of the loop. This is line integral du is equal to 0 is equal to line integral Tds minus line integral B dV. The heat consumed at Th, that is from the graph 1 to 2, is the area surrounded by the broken line. So we have the equation QH is equal to Th into SH minus Sc. So maximum work from a heat engine cycle. So maximum efficiency of heat engine is E maximum is equal to 1 minus Tc divided by Th. The maximum work a heat engine can do is then W maximum is equal to E maximum into QH, which is equal to 1 minus Tc divided by Th into Ph. If the two reservoirs are at the same temperature, the efficiency is 0. The smaller the ratio of the cold temperature to the hot temperature, the closer the efficiency will be of 1. Now refrigerators, air conditioners and the heat pumps. While heat will flow spontaneously only from a higher temperature to a lower one, it can be made to flow the other way if work is done on the system. Refrigerators, air conditioners and heat pumps all use work to transfer heat from a cold object to a hot object. Now what actually these refrigerators are? If we compare the heat engine and the refrigerator, we see the refrigerator is basically a heat engine running backwards. It uses work to extract heat from the cold reservoir, the inside of the refrigerator and the exhaust to the kitchen. Whereas refrigerators are nothing but artificial the source of producing cold. So more heat is exhausted to the kitchen than is removed from the refrigerator. So an ideal refrigerator would remove the most heat from the interior while requiring the small amount of work done. This ratio is called the coefficient of performance, that is COP. So coefficient of performance can be written as QC divided by W, and in the SI unit measured is dimensionless. So the typical registers have COP values between 2 and 6. Bigger is better. An air conditioner is essentially identical to a refrigerator. The cold reservoir is the interior of the house and the hot reservoir is outdoors. So let's have the summary of today's session. An ideal refrigerator would remove the most heat from the interior while requiring the small amount of work done. The purpose of a refrigerator is to make the thermal energy flow from the cold to the hot. Refrigerators, air conditioners, and heat pumps all use work to transfer heat from a cold object to a hot object. Then let's we have the multiple choice questions. So, thank you.